as my equal. Wanna hear your CD folk? I'm finna take it there. This time around, I'ma make it clear. Spoke some things into the universe and they appear. I say it's work that I won't say it's fair. Find your purpose or you wasting air. Though y'all scared. Eyes open, I can see it clear. They don't make them bar none, they don't make them real. They don't make it where I'm from, they don't take it here. They ain't seeing due time, I be making meals. Bossed up.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everyone. We have some exciting NBA action coming up. I'm Brian Anderson, and joining me at the table, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. We've also got Allie LaForce bringing us reports. We've got the San Antonio Spurs and the Chicago Bulls. Three-pointer, Buzelis. Now here's Parker. Pass to Duncan. Here's Ginobili. The baseline, Jay. And the basket is good.
And you got to defend better than that. I mean, that's a good look for him.
See, this is what analytics don't take into account. Some guys thrive in the mid-range. Really depends on the shooter. It's actually kind of lazy.
Buzelis' shot is good.
And with a smooth shot like that, I expect Buzelis to hit a ton of three-pointers during his career.
Stolen by Ball. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Chicago with the ball. Ball outside. The kick out to White. Pass to Buzelis. Another three for Chicago.
Yeah, this demonstrates how confident Buzelis is. He knows he can be lethal off the catch.
Here's Bowen, hounded by Ball. Here's Bowen. Ooh, nothing falling for them right now. And Giddey has got the ball here for the Chicago Bulls. It's a 5-point game.
That's just an aggressive finish by Vooch. Once he gets strong inside positioning, he's looking for the finish.
Now here's Parker. And he drives in. And out of bounds. It'll be Chicago ball. And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Ball right side. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Lots of quick moves inside by Ball to get into great position for the score.
Shut your pussy ass up,
Greg
nigga.
Popovich has called
Soft
timeout.
ass, nigga.
He
Fuck
wants
you
a few
about,
moments
nigga?
to regroup with his players. Parker with it. Pass to Duncan. Over Giddey. A nice shot by Duncan.
No, it's just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Now Ball. The rebound by Muhammad. On offense, here is San Antonio. They trail by 7. Offensive rebound.
Just a big play at this juncture of the game. Second chance points could be the key for them.
Impressive effort right there. That's what they need to mount a comeback. White for 3. No luck on that one. Spurs trail by 5. Pass to Muhammad.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
A minute 58 left in the first quarter. 6 to shoot. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
1:51 left in the first quarter here. Blocked. Here's Ginobili. Going inside. And the layup is good off the glass. Ginobili's got his second basket of the game.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Parker. Still no points. Count the basket.
Yeah, he was able to sneak it to the rim. Had enough room to get just like an easy layup.
And Giddey has got the ball here for Chicago. And he buries his first look. And the Spurs with possession here. It's a three-point game. Parker outside. Pass to Bowen. Back to Parker. 5 to shoot. Here's Muhammad. Tries again. Here's Duncan. And finally they hit one. Duncan's got 6.
Oh, beating everyone to the ball. Great activity on the offensive glass.
And that one's good. Giddey.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Parker inside. Here's Ginobili. Here's Duncan. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
Second free throw, no good. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Bulls out in front. They lead by 2. We've got more in store for you right after this. 13. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And before we move on, what do you think about what we've seen here from the Bulls tonight?
Well, it's simple. I mean, they started off strong, and they've been hot from beyond the arc since the get-go.
And as long as the threes are dropping, you've got to keep launching them.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Pass to Duncan. Here's Ginobili. Smith with the rebound.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
And about a minute gone in the second quarter. Here's Terry. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Here's Ginobili. Floats one up. Smith with the rebound. Bulls leading by 4. Outside, Williams. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Bulls.
The ball movement has been outstanding so far. They've come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
No coverage that time. Ginobili's got 7 points in the game.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
Jevon Carter. Timeout Spurs.
And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. And so it's Carter who brings up the ball for Chicago. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Pass to Collins. Rebound by San Antonio.
Fantastic defense, giving full effort.
Here's Ginobili. He has 7 to the inside. Here's Duncan. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
Tipped. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake.
San Antonio leading. Pass to Ginobili. Down low. Here's Bowen. 3 minutes of action thus far in the second. The shot no good. Left side Carter. Now Collins. Now here's Smith. They get it back. Outside Williams. Connects from downtown. Williams has got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Parker. Lays it up and banks it in. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Outside Williams. Rebound by San Antonio. Parker right side. Pass to Duncan. That shot off the mark. Tipped away. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. That's on Jalen Smith. And this will be his 3rd and 4th free throws of the game here.
Shooting for San Antonio, Tim Duncan. 2 shots.
No good on that one. Both teams will make substitutions. And the second free throw is good. And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
And something fans don't always get to see, some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
And we see it so often. One little tweak to the game plan and everything falls into place for a team.
A big round of applause for your Chicago Lovables.
1:03 left in the second quarter. Chicago trailing here. Ball outside. Comes up empty down low. And here's Parker. Driving in. Pass to Duncan.
The contest and the rebound, folks. That is how you defend.
From downtown, Vucevic with a steal. And now the Bulls in transition. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Chicago shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
At the line for the Bulls.
And so he hits both.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Yeah, it's all about clock management with these situations. Let's see how that plays out.
Pass to Ginobili. Back to Parker. Here's Duncan. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Bulls out in front. They lead by 1. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. San Antonio trailing here. Here's Ginobili. Soft touch off the glass. Ginobili's got 9. 6 lead changes in a game that has a lot of character.
Yeah, both sides stepping up and making big plays.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Nikola Vucevic has seen a lot in his decade plus in the league, and he said the game has changed. Now you have centers that can pass, put the ball on the floor, make plays, and shoot threes, play like guards, and you can't get stuck in time. You have to be able to adjust.
Allie, he's certainly got the skill level. Pass to Buzelis. There's the 3.
Nice work there to get a body, seal off his man, and collect the glass. That is textbook.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
These are his first free throws of the game.
San Antonio. Manu Ginobili.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. The Bulls trail by 5. Right side White. Count it. Good. He's got 5.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Here's Ginobili. He's got 10. Pass to Bowen. They get it again. Muhammad. Here's Duncan. Puts the move on. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to belong to Nikola Vucevic.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
The first one falls.
Tim Duncan taking 2 shots.
And he can't hit the second. Take it away. To the middle. Good. And that makes him 6 for 9. A quality game for him so far.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
And timeout is called by Billy
Yeah,
Donovan.
nigga.
He
Soft,
wants to give him
nigga.
a
Soft,
breather and
nigga.
talk
You heard what he
things
said, nigga. All that shit you was saying, nigga. What's up now, nigga? Yeah, nigga. Don't get quiet now, nigga. Yeah, fire up, nigga. You ain't nobody, nigga. You not like that, nigga. Be quiet, boy. You losing the game, boy. It's too early in the morning for you to be talking all that shit.
Make some noise one more time for your Bulls kid.
And Giddey has got the ball here for Chicago. They trail by 6. And once again, off the mark by Chicago.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And there's the call on Lonzo Ball.
First personal foul.
That's his first foul.
Yeah, they've been pretty careless so far, racking up a number of fouls in very little time.
A nice shot by Duncan. And it's an 8-point Spurs lead. And so here is Chicago. Ball right side. Pass to Giddey. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Parker. Duncan, no good. White for 3. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. White's got 5 points now in the quarter.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Parker. Up and in on the layup. And the Spurs lead by 7. White on the wing. The 3. Another 3 for Chicago.
On offense, Ball is a catalyst. He knows how to move things around and give people quality shots.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Parker left side. Pass to Duncan. The bank shot, no good.
If he gets that look again, he should take it. You can't let one miss scare you off of a very good shot.
Oh, and a fast break for the Spurs. Here's Muhammad. Still without a bucket. Ball with a steal. We gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third.
And Ball is such an effective two-way player. Takes smart shots on offense and really hustles on defense.
Chicago shooting their 6th and 7th free throw shots in the game. Hits both from the stripe. San Antonio leading. Parker outside. Inside. Here's Ginobili. Six on the shot clock. Smith with the rebound. Here are the Bulls with the ball. Ball outside. There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Giddey. The Bulls need to get off a shot. And that misses. That would have put them up. Now the Spurs moving it up the floor. Here's Bowen. That's tipped. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Substitution on the court.
Pass to Massenberg. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. Massenberg's got his first bucket in this one. Now Williams. He's 0 for 2 at the line in this one.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
The free throw drops for Williams.
At the line for Chicago, Patrick Williams.
And Williams drops them both. 12 seconds left in the third. Pass to Horry. Jacks up a three. The shot that time not on target. 3/4 of play and a close one here. Spurs out in front. They lead by 2. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter when we return. And with 3/4 behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. Chicago trailing here. Now Herder.
Spurs foul. Robert Horry.
And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich,
Team foul.
rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Over the last break, I got a chance to hear what Greg Popovich was telling his team. They said in the huddle, this is it. No excuses. Let's figure out a way to win. A couple of players spoke as well, firing up their teammates. A great ending could be in store, guys.
Thanks for that, Allie. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
And at 6'10", Buzelis is becoming a very difficult cover for defenses, especially when he's aggressive in trying to score.
Some big guys struggle at the line, not him. He's put in the work to defy that assumption.
Here's Parker. And as it goes out of bounds, San Antonio will keep possession. Here's Ginobili.
Look, he's a mix of long arms and strength. Vooch is able to disrupt just about any play.
And Vucevic slams it in.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. Here's Parker. Drops in the layup for two.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for him.
Back to Vucevic. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Vucevic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
On the interior, Vooch, look, this man has so many moves to account for.
Here's Ginobili. Count it. Now 5 of 11 for the game.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
Pass to Vucevic. Here's Buzelis. Ball outside. And here's White. Clock at 6. The three is up. And Lonzo Ball hit from deep. And the Bulls lead by 3.
Love whenever Ball is assertive like this. This is how dangerous he can be on offense.
Pass to Bowen. From deep. Gets the three to fall.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. On offense, here are the Spurs. Now here's Parker. Here's Duncan. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Here's Giddey. Drives to the hoop. And yep, it's good.
Selfless player. Vucevic finding his man all alone.
Parker inside. Duncan uses the glass on the layup. Duncan's got 19 points.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. The kick out to White. Ooh, poked away. Here's Horry. To the wing, right side. Parker with it. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It's going to belong to Nikola Vucevic.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
He drops the first one, and that gives him a lead. And so both free throws good, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Huge free throws right there. He's able to put them on top with those makes.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here.
Easy to understand why they leave Ball out here in these moments. He knows how to deliver.
And that one falls for Ball.
What a moment in this one. Ties it up while getting fouled. Then takes the lead at the line.
Parker with it. Guarded by Vucevic. Pass to Duncan. Ooh, he's looking good tonight. He's drilled 9 of 15 so far. Coming down the stretch. It's still anyone's game.
Incredible effort and energy on both sides. These guys must be gassed.
Back to Vucevic. And here's Ball. Outside Giddey. Puts up a 3. The rebound by Duncan. Boy, this lead is razor thin.
Yeah, B.A., there's a chance to extend that right here.
Pass to Ginobili. Here's Horry. And it's cleared by Vucevic. outside. Kick out to White. Fires from deep. Oh, he buries it from outside.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Horry. To the paint. Duncan. Count it!
Oh, he's putting on a scoring clinic, guys. If it wasn't for him, they would not be in this game.
Ball outside. Money!
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. What do you think Coach will be drawing up here?
They're in a tough...
I could feel my blessings, they around the corner. I know that better days ain't need much longer. Cause I'm just present, focused, think I need to get out. 40's 24, thank you, Lord. I know where I'm from, not many make it to the league. But we bout this function, bout to crush it, best believe. I could see them moving and it's like a TV screen. Straight out from the valley, you know what it be. Échale ganas, mija. Lista, ponte pipa. Los tiempos duros pasarán, no te rindas. Tienes que ser trucha. And I ain't gon' let a hard time get the best of me. Get the best of me. I just wanna dance all night. Get the best of me. Get the best of me. Sit on my money and leave. It's hot like 100 degrees. She show me, I tell her don't tease. Moving the way that I be. I've been the ride and we show out. I'm ready to go now. Splashing on and they pulled out. Take a and I'm thrown out. I know where I'm from, not many make it to the league. But we bout this function, bout to crush it, best believe. I could see them moving and it's like a TV screen. Straight out from the valley, you know what it be. Échale ganas, mija. Lista, ponte pipa. Los tiempos duros pasarán, no te rindas. Tienes que ser trucha. I'm tossed out and I'm feeling so free. Out of rounds, yeah, out of rounds on me. I'm tossed out and I'm feeling so free. All the eyes, yeah, all the eyes on me.
I see why you are stressed, because you're no contest. 12, I can't confess. Drop racks, I'll clean my mess. Excuse me while I flex. Bad, that's to my left. You're bad with bad breath. For bags, I do conquest. Find bag, then I collect. No, that love. Like geeks know every spec. Both, oh yes. It's like I'm grandma, yes. PT rep that till death. Get back, I need 10 steps. Don't care who got up next. PT can't miss. Ain't heard no like this. But let my shit.
It's the Milwaukee Bucks, and they're doing business on the road. It's an interconference NBA matchup. The Timberwolves looking to make the most out of their home court advantage here at the Target Center. in downtown Minneapolis. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Good evening, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On our sideline, David Aldridge. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves getting the first points of the ball game. Antetokounmpo. And the layup's good off the glass. There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of... physicality in the modern game.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Enzo Conley will bring the ball up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And Greg, 2 seasons ago, the Bucks ranked first in defensive rating. Last season, they dropped down to number 19.
Yeah, shifting defensive schemes, coaching changes, also swapping Drew Holiday for Damian Lillard. But they can and should be better than 19.
Here's Porter. Anthony Edwards making his last shot. And that one's good by Porter.
Each year, Porter just becomes more efficient and more deadly.
Here's Conley. Rebound, Milwaukee. Porter looking it over. Screen by Giannis. And Lopez has it in the corner. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last.
Well, it shows you how crucial communication is. They clearly weren't on the same page there.
To the left wing. Back to McDaniel. Outside Conley. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Edwards can't hit.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Good. Giannis has got his second bucket.
And this is where you feed Giannis. The closer he is, the more dangerous he becomes.
Pass to Edwards. Picked by Randall. And he can't jam it through. There's Porter with the 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Minnesota with the ball. Trailing by 2. Here's Edwards. Here's McDaniels. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And that's
That's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
Now here's Porter. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. And Lopez has it in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Porter, no luck. You know, Coach, what more can you ask? The reigning 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert.
Well, Kevin, since you asked, his impact in the playoffs hasn't always been the same as during the regular season. That's got to be the next step.
Now here's Prince. Here's Kuzma. No good on the triple. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, Brook Lopez started off, of course, as a post scorer, but he's completely reshaped his game over time, becoming a three-point threat and a defensive stopper. He said, I tried to focus more on being a pillar at the defensive end, someone my teammates can rely on. I'm always talking in the paint, letting them know I'm there to back them up. Kevin?
He's got great communication skills, David. Thanks for the report.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Giannis drives in. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots, off to a good start. Takes it inside. Here's Randall. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Randall's got 5 now.
And we've seen Randall add a 3-point shot. However, this is the area of the court he's most comfortable, that mid-range.
Now here's Porter. And again, it's Milwaukee converting. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Pass to Edwards. Now here's Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
Not stopping that. Gobert from there is right around 100%.
Outside Prince. A three-pointer, no good. Minnesota in the lead. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Here is Porter. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That is his first foul of the game. Now Porter. Three-pointer. Good on the triple. 7 points in the game.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Bucks. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on the... And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Bucks?
Well, a lot of times you'll hear coaches yell, get the ball inside, and you can see why. Good things happen when you get the ball into the paint.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. Milwaukee shooting their first foul shot of the game. And so he hits the technical free throw. And as a coach, what were some of your favorite parts, Stan, of life on the road?
Well, Kevin, we get treated really well on the road in the NBA. I mean, you travel on great charters. People take care of your bags. We stay in great hotels. But my favorite part of being on the road was when we were on our way home. Easier to win at home, family at home. That was the favorite part of it.
How about the bonding experience that a lot of coaches talk about when you're out there kind of alone against the forces, just you and your team?
Well, I definitely think players bond on trips like that because they're not going in different directions. They team to spend time together. I don't think any of them ever wanted to spend time with me. That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
There's Porter with the three. Kept alive. Out to Nance. Screen by Smith. Here's Porter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And the defense of the Timberwolves stand as good as it gets.
Well, Kevin, they can compete with anyone when it comes to size, not just up front, but on the wings. They're long and athletic, but it all comes down to execution, and they get it done.
Tipped away. And oh, here we go with Green. Nobody back. Good on the shot. Green's got the lead up to 8 now for the Bucks.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. So both teams making some changes here.
Substitution on court.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. To the paint. Here's Antetokounmpo. Giannis dunks it down.
And Antetokounmpo slamming it down there, using his sensational will to finish with the flush.
Giannis charging into the lane. You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. They can't make the second free throw either. Missing both. Well, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
6 on the shot clock. The offensive rebound. Timberwolves trailed by 7. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Randle no good.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
And Gobert knows his role on this team. Rebound, block shots, and look to score near the basket.
The Timberwolves shooting their first free throws of the game.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The Bucks use their size defensively to great impact. Coach Doc Rivers said, we're not fast, we're long. So we get our fingertips on a lot of balls, and that slows fast teams down. Switching keeps guys in front of you, and the more size we can put in front of people, the better we can be. Kevin?
Yeah, you followed this league for a long time. That sounds like a pretty good game plan. Oh, and he pops it off the glass. Wow. Pass to Edwards. The 3. Another miss by Minnesota. And so Giannis will bring it up for Milwaukee. Powers through inside. Giannis.
Contact just doesn't matter against Giannis. Once he's inside, he is not to be stopped.
McDaniels gets a wide open look. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Antetokounmpo, no good. Timberwolves trailed by 10. Here's Edwards. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
I don't know how Edwards does it. It's a blend of skill, finesse, and a little bit of luck that went down.
And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
Pass to Randall. Back to McDaniel. DiVincenzo with it. Here's Gobert. Rebound by Smith. Milwaukee leading by 9. Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. Outside, Green. Hands it from downtown. Green's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Pulls up. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. It's Edwards on the wing. And the 3 off target. Here's Giannis. Using his size, Giannis.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Bucks lead by 11. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center.
34.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Here's Rollins. Hasn't made one yet. Here's Antetokounmpo. He gets it in there. Giannis has got the first basket of the third quarter for the Bucks.
And we see this often now from Giannis. His offensive repertoire has become so versatile.
Bucks leading by 13. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Driving inside. Pass to Rollins. From deep. A three-pointer is right on target. Rollins got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Minnesota. It's a 16-point game. Top of the key, McDaniels. For 3, Edwards. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Here's Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. Dan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, look, I loved being around the game, and so two things happened that drove me into coaching. Number one, I loved baseball, and I couldn't hit one, so that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way, so if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps, terrific story.
Well, look, you can't let Edwards get this close to the rim because he will dunk it on you.
Here's Giannis. Offensive rebound, Bucks. Outside, Porter. Outside, Antetokounmpo. 4 on the shot clock. Kuzma can't get it to go. Timberwolves trailed by 14. And we know Kuzma's always been a terrific scorer. But, Greg, he's developed as a passer over time.
And, Kevin, early in his career, Kuzma wasn't called on to be a leader. But he's grown into that role, and he puts effort into orchestrating for his teammates.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Milwaukee making a switch. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And here's Porter. He's got 9. And the Bucks miss again.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Edwards, no good. Bucks leading by 14. A wide open look here for Kuzma. Good. Great play by Green to set it up.
And proving once again that he has the touch from beyond. Kuzma effective at cashing in there.
Pass to Reed. Here's Randall. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Out to the right wing. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
1:33 left in the third quarter.
Well, that's just great awareness. He was ready and took advantage.
Pass to Gobert. It's Edwards on the wing. Edwards with confidence.
Well, I'd say any play with Edwards on the finishing end has a good chance of succeeding.
Outside, Porter. Right side, Jackson takes the 3. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's Kuzma. Offensive rebound. Here's Green. Here's Porter. Minnesota with the rebound.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Back to Randall. Lets the 3 fly. Buries it from 3-point range. Randall's got 8. And it's Porter with the ball for the Bucks. They led by as many as 18 points. Kuzma, right side. Fader on the way. No good on that one. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping.
47.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Conley with it. And Reed has it in the corner. That three off the mark. Milwaukee leading by 14. From deep, Green connects from three-point range. Green's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Bucks. Here's Randall. Can't hit from in close. Outside, Green. Jackson trying to break free. Green, no luck. To the inside. Reed. And Reed throws it down.
Well, excellent read there by Edwards. He saw someone had a better shot, and he got them the ball.
Now here's Lopez. Puts it up from 15. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. And the Bucks lead by 17. No one near Conley as he lets it go. And Randall throws it down.
Relentless on the backboard. Randall, a fantastic rebounder, and that time it directly leads to points.
Pass to Green. Here's the three. Lets it go with the three. Randall grabs the board.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Edwards, good.
Well, it doesn't matter where he is on the court. If Edwards likes a look, he's going to take it.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. And the wide open shot from Green. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
He is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch told the team. Now, Coach really laid into them. He said, we're too loose with it. Tighten it up. These turnovers are going to cost us if we keep giving the ball away. We're better than this. Guys?
Thank you, David.
And got to be aware of Kuzma, especially with how he attacks there off the dribble.
Look, he's doing what he can to try to keep them afloat offensively, continuing to stay aggressive. Well, maybe not the shot they were looking for there, but the defense gave it to him, and he knocked it down.
Pass to Edwards. And here is McDaniel. Lopez covering. DiVincenzo can't hit it.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
A nice shot there by Antetokounmpo. And the league giving a bit more leeway, GA, to defenders. As a hard-nosed defender yourself, I'm sure you like that change.
Oh, I do. I mean, we all love the intensity of playoff basketball. So why not bring a certain level of physicality to the regular season?
Here's Antetokounmpo. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Anthony Edwards.
And how about the attack there from Giannis inside, going right into the defense and still able to get the shot up.
Timberwolves trailed by 16. Here's Edwards. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on Taurean Prince.
Well, look, Edwards doesn't back down from anyone. He embraces getting physical on the way up.
He's perfect from the line this time. And despite his young age, Coach Van Gundy, Anthony Edwards' leadership qualities growing day by day.
Yeah, Kevin, and a lot of it's because he is great at both ends of the court. Confident, charismatic, upbeat. He's learning that delicate balance between taking over a game and bringing his teammates along for the ride.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Pass to Porter. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Look at Porter going into attack mode, getting his shot and a trip to the line.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Bucks.
Well, I love how they're attacking the rim. That will usually force defenses to collapse and open up a lot of outside shots.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Bucks.
At every opportunity, they managed to push the ball and keep the up-tempo game going.
I think it paid off, that's for sure.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And he found a way to leave his mark on every facet of the game. His activity and energy were huge factors.
Man, with that skill set at 6'11", Giannis might be the toughest guard in the league.
And that one misses. Last year, Coach, as you know, the Timberwolves making it to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, that equaled their deepest run in team history, dropping that series to the Mavs. Minnesota.
And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
And a wide open look for Porter. Rebound, Minnesota. Outside for Randall. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. With the step back. Giannis is double. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Here's Giannis. Out of the rafters, he punched it in.
Are you kidding me?
And he's going to get called there for the technical foul. Hanging on the rim.
And fundamentally, that's not the smartest move in the world. Depending on the situation, that kind of thing can cost you. Got to control your emotion.
So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. This crowd was stunned.
You my favorite lady. Okay, let's do it. My ex wanna, but I'm off that. Used to pay your rent.